All right. So this Baroness has run out to greet you at the city's entrance, and says, "I've got a prefect with you. You must be the well, edict carriers. And right now, it's probably important to distinguish a leader who's going to talk when
Yep.
addressed."
Okay,
All
because
right.
it's not going to be the NPC.
Right.
Okay.
You guys were in the south. I'll field this one. I imagine I know this woman,
Uh, hmm.
or I've heard vaguely of her.
Roll your contacts.
There we go.
Sure. Let's see. Well, I have a stunt that lets me roll rapport instead of contact, so that's
Oh,
great.
that's what you did for that.
Yeah.
I was like, why would she not have contacts?
No, I don't. I was fucking with you. I mean, I could
Oh,
invent that as a fourth one right now.
I guess
But
no. You gotta come with that. Why do you not have contacts? You're like a political
I got
figure.
I got rid of it. I figured I was like, it'll be like a political contact. So our next step.
What do you got?
Let's see.
Your jurisdiction is south of here. You don't know this Baroness, except by perhaps a name on a registry.
Sure. Um, yeah, but I'll approach and she'll say, Baroness, you are correct. We are the bearers of the edict, specifically back, the prefect of war.
Right. That's him, yeah?
She says, in the flesh.
Gross.
Very common saying amongst these types. She'll nod and say, "All right, great, great. Well, we're all rushing to get things ready, but we think the rebels are starting to." And at that, you like see sky high already an ordnance coming in. It was launched from like way far away, but it's clearly making. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh no! It collides directly into Soldier 226 and explodes his chassis.
Oh, oh no. They got us again.
Falling, everybody nearby falling away. Well, actually, roll. Let's see who just happened to be there. I'll have a going to be there. Everybody roll athletics.
You got it.
I went from just whoever was nearby to everybody.
Okay. I was wondering what the significance was. All right.
Yeah, never mind. Everybody roll athletics. Preston, you're very old,
Yep.
Sorry.
and you take
That's an aspect.
you take light burning across your face as you just practically don't move away from this.
Okay.
And everybody kind of like, well, everybody else nimbly dodges away. They take immediate
Yeah.
cover.
Emily, like a spider, just darts forward in an impossibly straight line.
Oh God.
Any
Ugh.
stress that I should take?
Yeah, two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take a severe consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Well done.
See, sometimes. Um, Diving away from that, Kirsten says, "Oh shit!" and looks at the flaming wreckage of the soldier, which is splayed out kind of like a squashed spider.
Oh.
What happens, Sean?
One of the tanks that's on the back sort of falls off and is sort of wedged underneath the wreckage. The rest seem to be slightly destroyed as well. One of them's like open, and if one were to peer within, they would see that one of the broken ones is just a skeleton inside with sinew kind of still stuck to it, clearly a person was within that and kind of being used as fuel. But one of them, you start to see some vague semblance of movement within.
Oh. It's in
They
there.
appear to be rap-a-tap-tapping as against the glass that has been sealed them.
Okay.
Ugh.
Gross.
We'll leave Sean there.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I think we just leave this one.
Can if you want.
Canara will say, "There's someone inside."
Gorna will just sneer. With a Exosa, forgive them. Wordlessly, the finger will stomp forth, and sloughing all of their weight down, wrench two hands into the opening and start to pry it open to see what's inside.
And within, you'll see Azrin, looking absolutely gaunt and basically in the process of being liquefied through most of their body. Except the one saving grace is that they're a boreal mage, and she was able to basically stave off the absorption a bit better by freezing the top layer of her skin, which is already kind of cold anyway. And she just kind of looks like a strange, crystalline, sticky, gooey, disgusting mess in this fluid that they've used. And she gasps for air from the spewing, disgusting proto-guts of the now dead soldier.
Unimpeded, the finger reaches in and with a large hand just sort of grabs at her core and starts to wrench her out like ripping something that's ice covered in ice in the freezer out.
Canara. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Canara will direct this at Amelie and say, "What is the meaning of this?"
Do I know what the fuck is happening here?
Oh Lord, buddy.
Yeah.
Huh. I suppose that was said with more urgency since a big flaming ball just came in. What is the meaning of this?
All right, flat zero. What do I got?
Yeah, you're not
Scary.
you're not very involved in. You're not a technician. You don't know what technology the tanks are running on nowadays. You just order people around.
Sure. Not wanting to not wanting to really give away the fact that she doesn't really understand what's happening with the process of that. She'll go ahead and just ignore Canera, and she'll turn all of her attention to Azrin, and she'll say, "Oh my, are you all right now?"
The finger drags her out fully onto the. Oh no! There's two of them.
No,
There's two
God.
of them. The
They
next
literally
bit.
copied at the exact same time.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, if he's not doing it,
That's weird.
it's not my job to drag you guys out. I only do it when fucking nobody is. He drags her out onto the ground, and almost not having recognized that it's a living thing still, the finger just kind of stands and arms awkwardly at its side, stares down. Kirsten says, walking over to the prefect, it's y'all should take cover and show up in a house and get ready to travel. I need to brief the prefect privately.
Wipe the soot from my face and walk over to the other forgiven.
I'm gonna try to smooth things over with her and say, surely a Viscount should be in attendance at this meeting.
She is gonna hesitate with her hand on Easton and say, No, that's all right. You got a team here to coordinate. She's kind of hurrying into town. Easton seems dazed.
I'm gonna roll empathy real quick to make sure they're not just
Yeah.
gonna kill this dude.
So am I. Yeah,
No, neither am I.
Don't
I miss
worry.
Loretta.
I'm Miss Loretta. I've got
At the
this.
same time, Preston,
Whoa.
Oh,
There we go.
Amelie say he's probably fine.
yeah, you boys. She
You
she
boys.
appears to be in a hurry. Canera, she appears desperate to isolate this prefect from the rest of you warriors.
Canera wordlessly looks up at Agorna, and then she's going to take off after them.
Agorna just sort of automatically following you will step up and not running, but like Jason Voorhees just marching after.
If you were to look to her left, I would be right next to her.
Preston, I
Kiss
need
ass.
you to get out of here.
Kirsten will look over and say, "Oh no, really, it's all right. I just got a briefing for the prefect." She's like trying to pull into the nearest house with its like door knocked off.
We were entrusted to see to him, so you only understand that we must follow.
Sure. Yeah, let's all come inside here.
Amelie, no.
Come on, fam.
Put a cross on
She's
the
just
door.
gonna wordlessly lead up the rear. She's definitely accompanying you guys, but not saying anything.
Wow, that's not fantastic. Anything weird about this house? Any trips and traps?
It's got several floors to it that you can see, and it's pretty dark inside.
If you want to point this out.
Yeah, she'll say, it's not the most advantageous position.
Well, I'm not really looking for advantage. I got these orders. They come down from top, and I just got to brief the prefect. It's kind of for the law's ears.
And do it here.
I don't see how that precludes what I just said.
Alright, hold on. No. Wow. That was a bad roll.
Now your voice cracks.
Hey,
Hey!
What do you do, Canera?
I think maybe even Canera's about to speak and then you speak over her.
Yeah.
Like that's a failed provoke
Alright,
roll.
here's my attempt at the fucking crowd here. Alright, with a
Wow.
6.
Canera is like, listen here.
Yes, as Canera goes to speak, she will just have a slender, spidery hand on her pauldron as she says, "Were we not all just reprimanded for insisting our own ideas were above the importance of the law that was given to us? If a private meeting is in order, then a private meeting will occur. We'll wait outside to make sure the prefect is safe."
Kirsten appears to relax at this.
I assume I have to roll if I want to try to combat that, right? If I want to try to come back at her, it's will.
Yeah. If you want to maintain your own
Yeah, if you want to
Wow.
not.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Canera
Yeah.
does not. Maybe she's too busy seething at you. She's giving you a very, not like it's like a tight-eyed look. It's like one of those ones where her regular expression hardly shifts except for just like the crease of the eyes getting more intense.
Would that count as a success with style on my end?
It appears to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Preston have any sort of role?
What's that?
How does Preston react?
Let's see.
I mean, it's up. I feel like if he just goes along with it, you don't have to roll, right?
I still should. Yeah, and that's fine because I
Okay.
wouldn't beat a 6 anyways. Yeah, he will acquiesce and post up near the door.
What did you roll
So-
for?
Because you can defend rapport with rapport.
Oh, can you?
Is that said?
Oh.
Where is that?
That's in, I did it with Foraker all the time. I can find the rule book.
All right.
And it's also the same stat, so it didn't matter will or rapport for me.
Okay.
They're both
Yeah.
fail.
Well, nifty. So success with style, whatever boost that temporarily puts on you guys, whether that's
That's with Canara, specifically.
and him too.
And me,
unfortunately.
definitely.
You did fuck that up for yourself.
Whether that's that you feel like you've seen a growth and maturity in regards to the diplomacy of the mission, or that I'm under your skin, go ahead and put those on your sheets.
You got it.
I think you're successfully annoying me. Do I add that as an aspect or just an extra?
I think actually I keep track of that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I instructed you guys to. That's for me to keep track of.
With Canara, it's something like, I don't know, under her skin is fine.
Sure.
She will nod and sort of relaxing, smile to Amelie and make her way inside the house and out of sight. At which point Azrin can catch up with the finger in tow. Finger in tow, fingers and toes.
Very good. Very, very good.
She's still being like held captive, right?
Yeah.
He might be like grabbing you
He's
by
got
the
her,
wrist,
like bridal style.
like a
Of
like a
mice and men,
toy.
he snapped her neck minutes ago,
He'll
trying to gingerly bring her over.
Sean is
She's
actually
close.
playing
She's
the
like,
finger.
Side of
she's like, she's playing like fucking what's his name? 28 Days Later when he woke up from a coma.
yeah, essentially.
They'll look at you and just kind of ask in a sort of unplaceable voice, "You ready for battle?"
She will blink both eyes out of order, and like try to focus on her surroundings.
He's gonna grab her by the throat and shake her.
Oh my god.
Oh.
She still is unable to make words.
Just staring at her. He's gonna let you go in that way where you kind of throw something. Just kind of throw yourself off of someone, and he's gonna stomp up to the group. He's gonna say, "Fuel's useless for the minute."
She will drop down to her knee and kind of look over at them, and still everything's coming into focus. She'll start to cough and finally throw up a disgusting sort of bug kind of thing that was lodged.
Oh.
Oh.
It appears to be dead and also mechanical.
Oh wow.
And then she keeps throwing up.
I don't
more
even know
blood.
what that is. That's no good.
No one's watching.
I don't
The
even
camera
know what that
turns
is.
left as you continue to do this.
As she starts horking, and it just very quickly, graciously pans up and away.
Yeah.
Horking just made me think of like a fucking dog.
Got a bug in me.
Azrin Ravenclaw bends over the counter and
Oh.
throws up her entire meal.
Okay. Okay.
Mickey.
I'm intrigued.
She counts every grain of rice as she does every time she purges.
What
One.
What RP bar is that where they throw up?
That's weird.
I don't know.
That's
We're just
kinda
trying to get
odd.
attention, Sean.
Okay.
We're all just standing here T-pose.
Well, anyway, I'm done, so you go.
You go.
You go.
Oh Christ. Where's everybody's like attention during this time after?
Canara's on the door. She's full attention with the situation happening here.
Same, but if there's any standing water, I'm gonna try to get this soot off my fucking face.
As far as you know, only the ocean.
Okay, I'm not going that far.
What about Amelie?
She is Having successfully navigated that rapport role, she's just sort of standing center of the group. Her attention. And where the fuck did that shot come from? That blew up the soldier?
Like way off map there. It would have come from the actual like tier walls. So it's miles away.
Yeah, she's occasionally glancing in that direction, but mainly just attending the group.
All right. Then the two forgiven roll notice.
Can do. Cannot do. Canera, my god. You're like, these are your good rolls. Can you function?
She looks promising.
She's a promising upstart. She rolls a lot of ones.
You you don't hear them anymore.
Okay.
You don't hear them anymore.
They were talking and then they weren't.
They were talking and they
Okay.
just continued proceeding into the back of the room and continued proceeding into the back of the room until wherever that is.
I'm going to motion for Canera and I to walk the other side of the building. To the back side of it.
Yeah, Canera is with it.
And then we will do so.
Alright, what direction?
Just around whatever structure is here to get into the back, like to see if we can
See
hear
what we
them
can
or if
see
they...
in the back, yeah.
what's going on around here.
So we can get a better lay of the land.
Yeah.
Why did I just drag him? What's happening?
The fingers here.
Oh,
The
no,
finger
yeah.
goes to and begins strangling Preston.
Hey, it's me.
I never learned how to...
The prefect.
Gorna's gonna call out to you, young disciple, and say, "Where you going?"
Says, she'll sort of stop in her tracks, and she'll say, what am I gonna say?
It's not your business, Mom.
I cannot leave the prefect unattended. I would feel better if I could understand the lay of the land.
I thought I heard someone screaming.
You lying bastard.
Amelie's going to say, I didn't hear a scream.
Gorna seems to believe. Well, yeah, I guess you can say that.
Yeah.
Gorna seems to believe. Preston. I have nobody's name this time around for some reason.
Don't worry about it.
Pick me too.
Gorna seems to buy and like actually draws her sword and says, "What screams? The prefect?"
Sounded like a man.
There's none of those around here. She'll start
Ow,
to
I'm right here.
If I'm rolling empathy, is that private to you, or Kane just rolls it private? To
You
see?
roll empathy is public.
Dave, I
See
didn't...
this private?
What are you talking
Well,
about?
I mean,
Why are you rolling
he's probably
empathy?
fine. He's probably gonna trick me.
It seems that Preston heard a scream.
See?
Oh, Amelie's continues to have her existential dread of doubting herself. Because nothing seems to be going her way.
At which
Now
point a
she's
crowd
not
of
hearing screams.
bloodsuckers with weapons drawn run up, panicked to you guys, and say, the Confederates, they launched their attack. It's on the other side of town. We gotta get you guys moving."
Be ready in a minute. Yep. And then I'm going to continue pushing forward quicker now. I do want to find this guy.
Canera, they're also lying.
Canera.
They have no battle
Canera
damage
kinda-
on them. They're kind of looking shifty-eyed toward the valley or the alley you guys are walking down. They don't even appear out of breath.
She'll kind of
Jesus
squint
Christ.
and look at them, and she's gonna grab the back of your coat, Sean. what's
Sean.
your fucking Sean, Preston. She's gonna grab coat. I don't quite know what you're wearing. She's gonna grab the back of your garb, and she's going to shove you forward, and she's going to say, "Move."
And I will do so, pushing forward.
It's not in like a throw you around way. It's like a we need to be urgent way.
Yeah.
I'm going to parlay with these folks as I imagine the Forgiven start storming the building.
Yeah. Tactically storming the building.
Yeah, Gorna is with Preston.
And she will kind of glide across the ground over to them, and she'll say, someone is going to explain to me what's going on.
Oh, it was my intent that Canara went with them.
Okay. Go.
Go.
Did you announce to anyone that they were... Oh, I guess your only action was pushing Preston forth.
Yeah.
They're gonna kind of swallow and look nervously at you, Amelie, and say, The Confederates, they're attacking. The plan was to get you into the aqueducts, right?
She's going to take a clawed hand and just squish his mouth shut. And she will look at Plague Knight over here, and she'll say, hush now. No more of that. What is happening here?
You're gonna have to roll something or other. Probably provoke, given your tone.
Yeah. Probably provoke, given my tone, huh?
Gotta take a different tone.
Ah! Maybe he's feeble enough.
That blood crow, man.
Is this Plague Knight the Willful?
Just really shaken. He's gonna kind of look back and forth and see that it's just you and say, "Ma'am, are you on the level?"
She says, if I were on the level, I wouldn't be squeezing information out of you like a ripe tomato. Please tell me what's going on.
Well, Baroness Julio, she thinks that, you know, if there's no prefect, ain't no one can cast the edict. So if we just, then no problem. Since, y'all couldn't get him to. I mean, not you.
She will. She'll let go of the one's face that she was squeezing and turn all of her attention, and she says, "And the Baroness, she decided this on her own, or she received orders elsewhere?"
She received orders elsewhere.
Are you lying?
Press X to doubt.
All right. Trying to think of how I can justify rapport on this one. All right, what about this? I want to create a rapport advantage to help me with empathy.
Okay.
Okay. So if this guy's that short in stature, I'll kind of kneel forward, hands on my knees, and say with a very soft tone, she'll say, well, come now, it's just us Southerners here. She says, and you happen to be talking with a Viscount. I know you want to tell me the truth. And if that succeeds, I'm trying to peer into him with empathy with a +2.
Yeah, it creates one.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Better.
Yeah, you succeed with style. I mean, he's so shaky, it's fucking... Probably could have made a judgment call. This obviously is a local idea.
She is going to immediately turn around, and she will make pace very quickly for the inside of the building. don't know if you want an athletics roll for how quickly I'm able to catch up with everyone.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay.
They've got a lead on you.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Thinking, I want this to be a cool moment, so I'm hoping that this roll doesn't fucking suck.
You've got fate points.
I'm not gonna do it yet. I'll just see how I do moving. Yeah, it's about right. About right for how this character rolls. I miss Tusk.
me too.
Still alive. Don't worry about it.
That man was all 6s and 7s.
So other group, you're circumventing houses and busting through doors, and you seem to be following a trail of like doors left half open or rubble moved. You seem to be following a trail, and roll.
Canera will be. Sorry,
roll
I
some
just wanted to have
notices.
Canera say something really quickly while they're moving. I'll roll notice.
I got a 3. Do you want a plus to that, or
I've
what's your
also got a 3.
Oh shit! All right.
Huh.
Roll that. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't
Canera
worry.
is not
I'm
on
also
it
gonna get a
tonight.
1.
Oh, there you go. Thank Christ, I guess. Thank Exosa.
Exosa. Thank you.
As they're running, Canera will say, "They've been playing us since the war room. Not a drop of viscera upon them, and they think that I wouldn't be able to tell that there's not an actual. Wow, what's the word I'm looking for? Rebel
Bruise.
army at their gate." Says they were clearly lying.
Anyway, we're wasting time. That gate won't stay open forever. We need to find the prefect and move.
Agorna responds to you saying, "They're always lying. If Courtier's telling you the truth, you're in deep, deep trouble already."
It's a lesson I won't soon forget.
Not you.
It doesn't really give her much notice.
Preston, with your notice that you do give, you see the door to this house being banged open, and you can see the Baroness alongside a large transformed bloodsucker. Has a blindfolded and bound prefect. It looks really hastily done. He's like kicking his feet, and he's clearly gotten some hits off on them, but they drag him through the door and like kick it shut behind them.
Canera will say, "Halt!"
That's weird, Canara. I thought Preston just saw that.
Oh, is that just Preston? Never mind.
Well,
She
yeah,
doesn't
and
do that.
I wasn't going to have you announce our presence anyway, so that's good. He will motion them over to this building and indicate Canera to go first.
Canera shrugs. "I am the meat shield." Yeah, Canera, she's already got her pole arm drawn, which is actually, it's pretty massive. Unlike Agorna, who wields, a very affluent weapon, Canera wields a massive bladed pole arm, whose blade is about 2/3 the length of the entire weapon, almost taller than, well, definitely taller than herself.
Jeez.
And she's got it drawn in one hand, and she's going to. First, we're going to try to hear in the door. I'm going to be smart. I'm not going to walk directly into a fire without checking the handle first. No, I'm not. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you don't hear anything except the struggle that you know to be happening inside.
All right, I'm going to break down the door. Try it anyway.
That's no kind of roll. You can just do that.
Okay. I roll a 1 to break down the door. Not being able to discern anything quick enough, she'll kind of wheel back, and then she's going to bring the blade through the door and then just wrench it down and shatter it.
Once you step inside, roll in athletics.
Can do. Cannot do. Thank
Nice.
God.
A A boom rings out as a shot is fired from one of the court's sidearm pistols. It clangs off of your armor, but kind of puts you off for a second, applying a boost.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
At which kind of drives you into the corner, at which you feel a massive weight fall atop you. Roll physique.
At least I'm rolling fucking positive again.
Yeah. This larger sucker, fucker,
This big sucker.
presses their weight down upon you. And as you can imagine from what you've heard, a bite is probably to follow.
She's probably got the pole arm up, and she's like using that as like a bar to try to keep it off all of her weight as she thuds.
Preston, yeah, what do you
Go ahead.
do?
He will turn the corner, seeing this large beast upon her, and I'm going to try to jam my short sword into it. See how that goes. Pretty good.
Good job.
Aims for anywhere near the neck to just bring this blade on it.
Yeah, that is a success with style. Which you can take point of damage off to have it stop grappling her.
Yes, I will do so. Say, submit yourself for judgment.
He'll roar and sort of step back, kind of putting
Canary will
a
do like
foot onto the prefect on accident.
You go, ow! Canary will do like a kind of roll to get herself back, probably kneeling on her feet, but on her feet again. Is it like, are we doing a turn order, or are we just kind of free-forming this?
I'm just going one at a time.
Okay.
Attending the people who I haven't gotten to yet.
As I'm assuming Agorna's coming in.
She stabbed you.
Next in line.
She's just watching judgmentally from the back. You two take care of this.
She steps in and immediately surveying the situation, sees the prefect on the floor, and then glares daggers at the Baroness, who starts to fumble for her gun and says, "Just kill him! Kill him!" And she begins to run for the door, but Agorna fucking throws her sword forward and spears her to the wall
Jesus.
by her arm and holds her in place. And by that point, Amelie catches up.
Okay.
Whoop.
Amelie, shouldering past Agorna if she's still in the doorway. If not, just kind of rushing into the room. Sort of sees everything that's happening, and she'll snap her attention over and she'll say, Baroness, what is the meaning of this?
Okay, I get it.
She is kind of a little too frenzied at the moment to probably even hear your question, given there's a fight breaking out. So, unless you have an action this turn, something actionable, it'll move to Canera.
I will. What is the situation with Canera? She's not grappled any longer?
No, she's ready to move.
All right. All right, I will also transform into a horrible spider monster, and that's if I don't get an action in addition to that, that'll be my action.
No, that's a turn.
Okay. So robes unfurl into 8 legs, big, disgusting, spidery bulb on the back. Prior to this happening, the blood in her hourglass around her neck almost kind of floats like a lava lamp before all of it rushing into the top half, and then she transforms.
Canera.
Everyone's like, ew. All right.
good stat.
It's not bad.
I want to try to create and I want to try to create an advantage for my guy Preston here. I want to use to like try to set this thing like off guard, off foot.
Like draw its attention almost.
Draw its attention, or like I'm thinking like Canara like slips under it, like round the back. Is it kosher?
What stat?
Athletics.
Okay.
Canara, listen.
Oh.
All right.
Holy shit.
God damn. There it is.
Wow, gracious! I wish I could succeed with style, but whenever somebody rolls well,
Whoa.
I roll well back. It succeeds.
Okay.
All right. So there's an advantage placed on this guy, whether that's him being like his focus being divided, or if Canara can like sweep a leg out under it, kind of setting it off balance while she ends up on the other side of it,
Sounds good.
sort of near the prefect.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, my guy.
I shed my skin and become a giant cockroach.
No, not you too, please.
Nice.
changing.
Okay.
No, on this thing's turn, it kind of falls over. It's not able to keep itself up with that, but lurches to try and bite at the prefect.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Can I intercede and take that damage?
Yeah,
Actually, never mind. That's completely against what I would do.
I was about to compel
That's
you
dumb
not
as
to.
fuck. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Take the compel not to, Kane.
No. You already decided. I guess it's not an issue, because he seems to have like gotten his blindfold up with his arms not restrained and sees this coming, and his muse emerges and sticks the blade between their teeth to keep them at bay.
Damn.
Now it's Preston's turn.
Okay. Well, with all that going on, let's see if I can take advantage of the situation.
Is that with the buff?
Yeah, man. It was a bad roll.
You want to talk about bad rolls? You do 4 shifts of damage.
Holy
Wow.
All right. He brings it with its back turned up against its bulbous form. Just kind of tears up alongside of it.
The thing is mostly fucking destroyed. The Baroness, frenzied, just rips the sword out of her arm with a shriek and goes sprinting out the door.
My sword.
Canara will maybe even snap back and say, "Do not let her get away."
Which, Christ, on her turn, Agorna really does it. She is so fucking swift on her feet, like a dancer. She picks up the sword in a swift motion and is ahead of her, fucking just strong-arming the Baroness and putting her on her back in her turn. And I think it's Amelie.
All right. So what I want to do is I want to. So this thing is already like pretty beat up, right?
Yeah.
All right. I want to match this thing leg for leg, and just get it pinned down over top of it the way a spider does when it's about to eat a bug.
No, please God.
So
Don't do it.
I'm just gonna throw all my physique at it to pin it in that specific way.
Wow.
She's gonna eat his head.
Yeah, you succeed with style.
Okay. Yeah, and then she does kind of roar as her fangs unfurl. Obviously not her turn, but poised to fucking bite this thing's throat out.
I think it's on you, Canara.
On what?
Your turn.
Your turn.
Oh, my turn. Kadera is just gonna try to haul the prefect backwards.
Smart.
She just doesn't want any involvement in
She
this.
just doesn't want to be a part of any of this. Call my mom.
She'll kind of. I hate spiders.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Do I need to do anything or that? Can I just grab him by the ropes and kind of move him back?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, she'll shift him away from this terrible happening that's going on in front of them. She'll also start working at his vines if he's got any left.
Yeah, they're mostly gone. They're easy.
Okay.
The thing is fucking like pinned to this turn, so it's stuck there for the minute. What's Preston? What is he?
I almost don't want to interrupt, so I don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna let them finish.
I think we're
that
both kind of
one.
like, eee.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's my fight. So I'm gonna go over here and just use notice to create advantage. Like if somebody's coming at us, like if there's any potential harm coming our way, I want to be able to act quickly. So a notice advantage, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. No.
Okay, no worries. I just stand with my sword drawn and ready to defend.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. The prefect is like leaned up against the door. And through the cracks in the shitty old door, you see an iridescent, a blindingly bright white light flash from outside, and you hear the Baroness shrieking until sort of her vocal cords boil and sputter out.
One thing I want to do before my turn's over: does the prefect still have the edict?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's all I want to know.
Right, anomaly.
Okay. So as the fangs parted and she bellowed that hollow, upsetting insectoid roar, you said I have an advantage on this thing, right? A boost. Yeah. She just spits out the most disgustingly colored corrosive acid all over this thing, just melting away as much of its face as I can with this roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Sorry, it rolled a 5.
Yeah. It rolls a 7.
You actually take 3 damage, Amelie.
It fucking boils through his core mass and sloughs into his innards, which is just you're just hearing Insectoid howls and struggling as he tries to like worm his way out from under you, but eventually just all his legs curl up and he goes limp.
Kara, after she's done helping the prefect get himself freed up, she's got her pole arm pointed in the direction of Amelie and this other bug man, just kind of prepared for whatever comes next. He's gone.
Once he finally gets up, the prefect, the door swings open, and you just sort of see the silhouette, just sort of a char mark on the ground where the Baroness was probably splayed out, and Agorna standing before it. And she looks over and immediately, assessing Canera, says, "Is it done?"
Says, I'm not positive.
I have my sword pointed towards Amelie.
Amelie's legs beginning to curl up back under her cloak. Same thing, bulb shrinking and pulling into herself. Probably the grossest part is the giant spider fangs rolling back inside of her cheeks, coming down off of this thing. Says, well, the big lug's dead, if that's what you're asking. And she will stride right over to the prefect, and she'll say, you aren't hurt, are you?
He is scrutinizing you, and he simply shouts up, "Did you know about this?"
She says, I'm afraid I did not. She says, if I did, perhaps I could have intervened before they got you alone.
He shakes his head, kind of shaking off the shock, and stands up and says, "Caught me by surprise. Second I was asking, the hell the room was so dark. Can't believe this. Our own soldiers."
She says, is it so hard to believe?
What?
She says, oh, the attempt on your life. Given the situation, given what it is that we're here to do. She says, relationships between the North and South never have been strong. It should have been evident at the war meeting that there's enough trust on either side. She says, it should have been obvious to me.
We can't spend any more time here. We need to collect whatever forces remain, and we need to move.
That's right. Need to get who we have here organized. Need to line those tide collars up along the coast. I've said it now, too. I got the thing wrong.
It was me.
It's infectious.
The moon tiders. Fuck!
Got the tide fever.
She'll say, Viscount, are you going to be able to handle the rest of these? Oh gosh, what is a good colloquial term?
Dissenters? Or what?
I do like dissenters, honestly. I'll take Kane's suggestion on that. She'll say the rest of these dissenters.
She'll say, any further private meetings will need to be proved in writing. She says, looking over the hulking mass of the burned up bug, she'll say, anyone else gives us trouble, I'll eat them.
When stepping outside, you don't see a swarm of courtiers coming for you. The locals just sort of seem uncertain. They're kind of standing at the periphery as if they might be about to draw their weapons, but they're like just looking like mom and dad had a fight. They appear quite meek.
Amelie, you gotta rapport, do something. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that works too.
Well,
That's very
Claire's
good.
gonna yell at him.
They're stepping through the charred body, standing next to Agorna, say, disperse!
They're gonna kind of mutter amongst themselves and mill about.
Oh no.
At which point, this would have been useful for you guys earlier, but your main forces start to arrive.
Everyone's like, right!
Wow.
They
Okay.
sort of catch up, which includes a bunch of courtiers that are on your side and are not privy to this plan at all.
Canaro will say, praise it.
We should go and meet them.
What's Azrin been doing?
Sean
He
is
just left.
away.
Yeah, he just left for a second.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Guess I'll ask later.
Yep.
Ezra's being fed into a different surrogate soldier.
Ah!
The one that arrived.
The real
Which
one Sean's playing.
explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who goes to meet them?
I'll go.
Fine then.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I say, Canara,
I'll go with you, Presto.
There you go.
Eric can talk to her mom.
I think before immediately going, Canara will actually be examining the charred body.
What about it?
She's just giving a thoughtful look to it. Nothing in particular.
Agorna will snap you out of it and say, "We need to get underground. As per the plan."
She says, the sooner the better. The better. Sooner the better, ma'am.
Better.
Better.
Aye.
The sooner the better.
In the distance, another piece of ordnance crashes into the into the coastline and spatters rubble everywhere, about a couple kilometers away from you. What has Asbrin been doing? Brisbane.
Kind of gaining their bearings, looking around and sort of understanding where they're on a battlefield, which probably isn't exactly where they were
Yeah.
now, but it is what it is. So they sort of mill towards where the most commotion is.
As you've been gathering yourself outside, everybody just disappeared on you. You're not sure where. There's
Alright.
clearly some raucous, but from sort of down the path, a couple platoons of troops have stepped into town, and they appear to be both courtier and forgiven, and I gotta get them out here. Various mages, or just Fire Emblem characters differently colored for their magic. And they all appear to be looking around, but quickly issued to cover by courtiers, or by the Finger, who seems to know better of the situation. And indeed, in your days, you can kind of see a lobbed missile from on high crash into a nearby building. The rebels appear to know that there's activity in the town.
Let's see. I think Ezrin will go back to the Finger, Mr. Fingerman, and
I'm the Fingerman.
look towards him and go, "What's going on? Where am I?"
He's gonna say, "When did you get fed?" And he'll nod back to the surrogate soldier.
She'll sort of look towards it and go, weeks, months, I don't know.
He's gonna say, "Well, they feed you in fresh, or they find you on the battlefield already past your usefulness."
I'll say, they thought I was dead. I think I'm going to have to roll against.
Deceive? To
Yeah.
not let him know you were frail?
Yeah. God, I don't have any. Fuck.
Yeah.
Very good.
They thought I
Yeah.
was dead.
He doesn't strike
Did
me as
that.
an empathy.
If you don't have one, it's just the roll.
Yeah. Roll
Yeah.
40
Roll
F.
4D.
This guy
Okay.
doesn't seem like an empathy-heavy person, so maybe.
Yeah. Neutral.
Yeah.
You know, you could
Yeah,
roll
because you can tell a
negative.
lot about this guy from his appearance.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a very empathetic type.
Just
Family
doesn't
man.
seem so
He's
empathetic.
got a 6 empathy.
Family man.
That's a soft spot for kids.
My wife the thumb. My wife the thumb, and I'm the forefinger.
Oh. Kids are the shocker.
He kind of stares. Get Mac.
Yeah,
Corner.
Corner. That's a corner.
Yikes.
That one sure was lobbed from afar because it didn't hit me until a second later.
Whoosh.
He seems to stare through you, and you have absolutely no idea what he's reading of you. But after a moment, as courtiers mill past him into town, he just nods back to the party and says, "Well, another one of you the better. See you don't get fed to another."
She nods to him and looks around the battlefield. Should I... What are you after?
And she'll know the meaning of this. He'll say, "It's the assault on the tiers. Made the plan. About to take him down. Got an edict."
The tears were here?
Balmoral, Wester Barge. just outside the borderlands.
She'll look, as much as her destroyed face can look, a bit agog.
If you just turn, you
caught off
can
guard.
see the towering... It's like a mountain. It's like you're close to a mountain, the towering fucking walls of the South Tiers.
Yeah. And she'll kind of marvel at the fact that she's, pretty much the one place she doesn't want to go.
He'll say, tell you what, I don't put you back in that thing to try to get started again if you do this for me. You attach to him, he's going to point to the prefect, and you don't leave his side for nothing, no matter what nobody tells you.
She'll seem to consider this and look about at how many people could rip her apart in various ways, and any exits, and seeing nothing really being too appealing at this moment, she'll nod. Very well, I'm at your service.
Still looking through you, he'll say, I know. Go. And I think past them, it'll just be sort of a tracking camera shot as the mages sort of jog by. Actually, Azrin, you're in kind of familiar terms as the mages are all jogging by, the Nox and the Molders are headed down to reconnoiter with the prefect, but a couple other Boreals stop and observe your garments, and they, some kind of approach and put hands on you, sort of guide you along, choke you to death.
You are better off dead, sister.
His
She'll
name
look,
is Booker DeWitt.
God, what a horrible game. She'll look to the familiar company as somewhat, when you see someone in a dream that you recognize, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I know you.
That'll do.
Are you gonna rip my head off though? I don't know what the dream is.
They seem friendly enough to one of their own.
Yeah, she'll just go along with them, still kind of acting like a mental patient. This way, Grandpa.
This is Grammy. She doesn't know where she is.
She's not gonna remember your name.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But the soldiers have now basically intermingled in these ruins of town, and people are generally keeping their backs to the fucking salvo of lobbed rounds coming in. It's almost like rain, like white noise, just this town getting bombed.
Do you know what's making that? Like, what device?
Yeah, it's, one of various, what's the general class for, like, trebuchets and ballists
catapult?
Ballista? Oh, okay.
and ballistas?
Siege engine?
Yeah, siege engines from
There you go.
high atop the tiers walls. These are very long shots, but they're sort of engineered for that.
Alright, cool.
And as something smashes in the distance, the prefect of war says, well, there goes our guide into the tunnels.
What's he mean by that?
He got artillery.
No, not artillery.
No, I thought he got destroyed.
No, I would have been less casual
Am I
about that.
dead?
He was
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
Well.
Bummer about that.
back to the railroad plan of the campaign.
What's inside of me? Another character.
He's referring to the scorch mark on the ground. The local baroness who would have known this shit says, "You lead us from here, Haywood."
Hold on a second. Should I roll lore? or can I do it?
I'd say the lore was to know about them. Yeah, do a new lore for navigating it.
I know I can.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
says.
He'll nod and say, "All right then, find the way and get us in there."
I need a few
Here
men to
I'll
come with me.
say. Oh,
Oh, what's Canara say? Sorry.
it. Mo did a few minutes come with me.
What few men?
Holy sh! I said I'll need a few men.
Oh, okay. What few men?
Let's look at Canara and then any of the Forgiven that are around. Just like maybe a few, like 5 or 6.
What are you seeking to do? Are you like scouting ahead and trying to map it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say. All right. Well, don't take long. We need to get moving on this.
Just to make sure this. I'm sorry. One more. I want to make sure the path is safe. We'll be right back.
The Mooncallers are starting to set up along the coastline and start sort of waving their hands and bringing the tide in and out and sort of calling the tide, if you will.
Sure.
And they sort of use the momentum to lift it as a defensive shield and stop a lot of the ordnance coming in and just sort of wash it out to sea.
Oh, good.
Alright, so you take some Forgiven Men couple and you have Canara with you?
Yes. And I will press deeper towards the direction of the entrance. And as I do so, I will look over at Canara and say, "It's been a long time. I wouldn't mind an extra set of eyes looking out for the entrance, that is. Should have some large columns. Pretty ornate. Hard to miss."
I'm not familiar with the architecture, but we will keep our eyes open. She says, the sooner that we can establish our foothold, the sooner that we can press forward. Since time is unfortunately of the essence.
So I brought you along. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders.
Says, much appreciated. Wow. Woo!
Must appreciate
Much
it.
much appreciated.
Master
Heaven is
Annie?
small.
Oh god.
And
Just
then
say, much appreciated, Chaplain.
he will smile as he turns his head forward. And
Karen is like always like stone faced, like she's facing forward. She seems pretty deadpan most of the time, even though she's speaking.
Which
you know.
direction do you want to take?
want to walk west
Alright.
of the town a bit.
Move.
I do so. Hold on a sec.
Okay, so you guys are touring the town. And so at this point, you just kind of default have a Mooncaller shield. Stuff that comes in that looks like it might have hit you, a column of water rises up and swallows it, and just sort of, it's gone by the time it lowers again.
Cool.
And you guys can roll individual notices.
Yep. Oh,
Ooh.
that's why I brought you. Good job.
That's why I brought you.
Good job.
Canara, it's weird that it catches your eye, because it's not by a couple of columns, but you see a pretty obvious sort of tunnel entrance. It's got like sort of an archway above the surface. It's crumbled a bit, but the door, the iron door, is intact.
Am I sure that's the entrance?
It based on that notice, it literally has a label that says aqueducts.
No, that's
say,
not it, says Preston, moving forward.
She'll say, your memory must be failing you, Chaplain.
How's that? He says, still looking forward, not
No.
saying what.
It was aqueducts, right?
Yeah.
She says that those are your aqueducts. And she'll use
ducks?
her weapon to sort of point him in the direction.
He turns his eyes and like kind of widens them a bit and then focuses them. Oh, those columns must have been going out of style. Good eye.
I know.
And he'll say, well, we should go back and alert the others. We need to move now.
She'll turn to head back.
Preston is sweating. He wipes away the sweat with the corner of his shirt.
He's like, whoo.
Then we'll return to
See,
that.
after like 15 minutes of being out there and coming back, the prefect has had a seat. He's rubbing his neck. He'll look up and say, "We got it."
We have found the path.
We both did. It was a team effort.
He speaks over you if you do try to say it.
No, she doesn't. I just love that narrative. We found it.
We got this. Butch's Sundance, huh?
Should give us enough berth for all of our forces.
He'll nod and say, "The mages ought to be able to fit with us down there. I don't know if we can transport the armies."
Well, we can at least clear a path. They can follow. Right? Is that the plan? Because, like, obviously we're getting the mages through. Is the idea just to get the mages through safely and the rest will convene on us afterwards? Or what's the plan right now?
It's kind of up to you, but it'll probably be tough for all these court numbers, and you want to sort of disperse the court first to mingle with the rebels on the other side of town.
Yes. So the court will go and fight them, and then we'll bring the Forgiven.
They can probably just attack above ground.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Forgiven can just do a direct attack, right?
Yeah. This is where we used them. Was the Forgiven up here, and the rest of us go safely underneath.
Oh, the Forgiven as well? That was the court.
Well, the court's fighting at the top.
Yeah, the Forgiven is going to help us, like, pierce the wall. So if they need to come with us, then they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you all do that. You all go that way. Issuing orders to a local esquire who now by the Baroness's death has been promoted is issued the commands by the prefect.
They put like a meat hat on him.
No, it's just her head.
Oh god.
Congratulations.
It's a wet meat crown.
Oh.
As the power immediately goes to his head, he starts walking about the place and giving orders while doing a cockwalk. And speaks in a very macho way about sort of the organization of their effort, which is just going to be to throw themselves bodily in numbers at the Confederates on the other side of town.
Hell yeah.
Love this man.
Meanwhile, you guys take your troop of soldiers and find your way to the aqueduct entrance, which you wrench open. So we'll just kind of handle this iteratively. Get yourselves on the board. I'll mark your starting point.
Yeah, I saw this aqueduct and thought, hey, Canara, there. So,
Hey, Canara, there it is. You know, you're only 27, and I'm older than you, so
You're a youngster.
our experience.
Seen a
Eagle
lot of
eyes, they
acrobats
called
spin
me.
around. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
As
Yeah, I feel
fair
like
isle
it's
as a
important
tiger.
to note that when you said we found it, Canara was absolutely staring at you.
You go with amazement. I'm glad.
Oh, but yeah.
I am.
Absolute wonder. Like,
I am
oh, he
impressed.
included me in that.
You're welcome.
I fucking love that narrative. It's killing me.
When we found it, she glares. Okay, I found it.
I
Well, Canara was there.
I didn't want to throw her under the bus or anything.
I shouldn't drop her on that layer. And then all of your Fire Emblem guys.
I don't know if this will be helpful with you in the long run, Declan, but I've started to create a template page where I just have all my icons, so I can just pull them and paste. Like I just have a blank page full of icons.
What do you mean?
So like you know how you have all these pages where you can navigate like the sewers and all these other.
Yeah.
Have a page that's just groups of icons.
Oh, okay.
Would recommend.
That's actually good.
What do I do?
That's a
Like
good
copy paste them?
Yeah, like you can do a wide selection. Like I have one that's all the party members, so I select and paste. But obviously we can do that. But I have like groups of enemies, or magicians copy paste.
I'm not sure how much less of a hassle that is than me having this organization of just the icons arranged into folders.
It's fair. Yeah, I guess it's just a matter
like going
of
to another page. I don't know how much that cuts down on the arbitration.
Gotcha.
So you guys have to huddle up because it's tight in here. You got to move in basically units of 2 in front of one another.
I want to be behind somebody. Can Aaron get up there?
You got it. I'm here to prove that I'm better than you.
Hard to prove when you're dead, but all right, you got it, kid.
Where's the back of this line?
Behind Amelie, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
So above, you can hear like it is thunderous. All the footsteps tamping down on the cobblestone roads above you as the courtiers rush forth into the Confederate territory, and sound of explosions is actually starting to resume as you press forth into the other half of the city. The Tide Callers are having to move down beach, and this is a wide margin closer. So the sort of war machines are having moderately more success hitting this part of town as it is closer to the tiers. So Preston, as the local expert, you're leading the way.
Yeah,
And
Preston.
do so valiantly.
And this is what you can see.
Okay.
Oh,
What is my inclination? As much as I can see.
Yeah, straight ahead.
That's my inclination, or that's what I can see.
That's your inclination. Based off the lore.
Okay. He'll just say, "You'll have to forgive me, but I was going the other way last time I came through." And then he will say, "But I believe forward. Stick close." And then I will have Canara in front of me if possible.
sure. No, I'm not afraid. Karen can lead the charge. She'll lead the pack.
Stepping ahead. Oops.
They're dead.
Oh no.
What's my inclination?
Oh no. Fuck, I gotta move
yeah.
them one, but I drew just that on the token layer. Your inclination is which way is it from here? Left, so this way. Left.
Wait
left
for
hand.
it. All right. I just had to see.
You'd have to get like
You're
an
challenged
8
like
to
a
know
20.
about an aqueduct in a foreign
Look.
territory.
If my inclination could be different, I had to know.
Okay.
But it's not. I don't know.
I will move left.
All right. Oop. That's right. Or wait, who's left?
Is it this left?
I guess I
was-
should just go by stage. I'm just gonna stage right.
Okay.
All right, Dave.
Listen, it's a sewer level. It's the most. It's the best
Best
level
part
in
of the
any
game.
It's the underwater level.
Sorry, guys.
Going that way.
I'm just bored.
And this is quite boring.
We're about to solve the maze.
You guys aren't gonna believe what's down here.
If I was running this overhead, alligators coming out of every fucking orifice.
Can't quit
Man
now.
in a
We're gonna
red-
solve the maze.
A man decorated in a red and white sweater steps out, a red poof ball on his white hat.
Found him.
You finally found me, he says. Bring me before your courts. I will make no protest.
Oh god.
You come
Okay.
upon a giant hole. It is a dead end.
I finally opened it up. Double back.
So I just had to see the great hole.
As everyone awkwardly has to shuffle back from having confidently followed your lead. This is like taking agonizingly long whenever you guys get bunched up in an end, as like soldiers have to back up and they got to call back like back up.
It's like clanging of armor.
Hold the line.
It's that fucking scene in Atlantis where Milo leads them the wrong way and they
Oh
all.
my god.
Finally, we're back to Atlantis.
We're back.
Preston, roll me another lore.
I will, if needed. I'll use a fate point. Can I use my experience, or is this something that wouldn't have anything to do with being part of the forces?
Instead of spending a fate point, I'm gonna offer you a compel.
Okay.
I'm gonna offer you on number 3
Yep.
to just you tell me. Preston, tell the party what the rest of the tunnels are. Like list all the turns in order. Tell them what part of town you're under.
Okay.
And like, you know, what sort of stop gaps you'll have to go around. Like, oh, this one's a wide chamber and you have to scoot along the wall.
We should be passing under the antechamber soon. Wide. The walls are wide enough for all of us to move, so don't get too hasty. Each of us will have a moment to breathe. Once we get there, we'll have to pass straight through again. Take a right and ascend a ramp. An inclined ramp. And be careful that your feet don't slip against the stone. They're always wet. About that time.
Will there be pillars, Chaplain?
Oh, if they've removed those, I'm sure they've taken precedent to remove these, he says, smiling at you.
She's just still walking.
At that point, I'm sure all we have to do is head left and follow our eye. The light will guide the way.
Amelie's gonna say, and this time you're certain.
Undoubtedly.
She says, those other turns, that was just warming up.
Getting my
Poor
bearings.
guy. For Preston.
Preston kind of smiles and sniffs for a second and says, 35 years is a long time, I'm sure you understand.
It takes you 3 hours to get out of the
No!
aqueduct.
The entire 3 hours, Amelie's sighs and like knuckle rolling is getting more and more audible her tongue clicks and just the barbs cut more as time
We
goes
absolutely go in circles, like.
on. He just spreads himself out.
I'm dead. I don't want to be on this planet.
To me,
Oh my Christ.
Oh, that's fuck.
I love it.
Has that
Take your fate
taste
point back.
cane?
I'm doing something else. No, it'd be this bad.
Oh god.
But I wanted it.
It's so bad.
It's
It's
so
already
good.
yours.
Kane's
It's-
looking down at the
It's
meal
like a
he
Shuri
ordered.
Kane prequel character. He
Donkey's
just
paw is yours, brother.
can't even. Right?
Jesus.
After a very long time of
There
soldiers
was never an antechamber.
and there was
There
not.
definitely wasn't.
Of soldiers and mages getting tired in these muggy tunnels, fucking cooking in a stone oven underneath the city. You hear the battle progressing really much longer than you should have been hearing it. You should have been away from it by now. But eventually emerge topside, and you lay your eyes ahead, and you can see that you're at the city border of the Westerbarge. And in the distance, you can see it. There's a lot more tents. There's sort of built-up outposts that have been commandeered and fly the Confederate flag. Oh, not the Confederate. Uh-oh!
Oh no.
Oh,
Not that!
Oh no!
Listen, it's just about national pride. It's nothing.
oh.
Listen, it's not. It's fine.
There's a banner that says "Hate has a home here."
It says,
It says
Oh.
don't
yeah,
tread
there's
on
my
me.
stars and bars.
I could pretend like it doesn't mean what it means.
Preston can read out each word. Don't tread on me.
Oh god.
Oof. Stars and stripes.
Stars and bars.
The rebel
This
flag, which is sort of a joint effort between the Terran rebels and the Confederates. Oh God, what have I done?
Oh man.
Yeah, there you
You know what?
go.
I feel like we should take one will damage or mental
Ooh.
damage for us being in the
Ooh.
fucking tunnels.
Yeah, that's good. Everybody do
I think
that.
that's
Sean
I
just
think
got
that's
you extra
smart.
homework.
Shut up, Sean.
Teacher.
teacher.
Preston is going to.
homework.
Preston's going to look back at this group of people who are tired and like forlorn and say, "We're lucky. We're even closer than I expected."
I have every inclination to punch this man.
Do it.
Someone pants this whole fart.
Wait, what?
What's the fancy old part? That's very good.
How many damage?
Everybody roll will.
Remind me to study tunnels after this. Wow, Canara, what?
This will be a fun Canara thing where she's like, doesn't trust old people.
She's gonna remember this and recall it the next time, like an older person.
She's having
tries
a
to guide us through a
flashback.
package.
Just
a
one
passage.
more turn, I promise. Just
Come
one more
with me through
turn.
the enchanted forest. She's like, no.
No, thank you.
The challenge was 3, so assign mental damage accordingly.
Wow.
That's grueling. That was a boss fight.
Yeah, Canara having said very little the whole time, doing her best to keep in respect for the position she holds, but just every wrong turn, having to turn back around wordlessly.
Preston stays close to you.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. That's probably why my will damage
Oh, I
is so
bet.
much worse.
Oh, does he? Does he? All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. All right.
Canara, what do you think? Have we been here before? I don't know. Chaplain.
It's every now and then making great time, huh?
I'd love for one of the dead ends to just have one of those fucking skeletons just sitting at the end there. Just kinda, there's like a little bucket with them.
Or tin cup, some change in it.
Some
Says take a
change.
penny, leave a penny.
Making great time.
Probably gonna get a promotion after this.
If this
The
doesn't make
Archbishop
Vicar, I don't
promotes.
know what does.
Yeah.
I wish all your guys' icons were smaller. Like, this is why I made a giant map. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys feel it as players, but I just feel suffocated. If you guys don't feel that, that's great. But I'm like,
Why do you think I made such big maps in Afterglow? Like, I did the exact same thing so I could, like, draw on one half while I was moving you guys through it, and I could make it, like, liquid.
good point. How well did
Yeah.
that run? Was it all right?
It's, Oh, yeah. I actually didn't have any issues with...
Yeah, my
lag.
browser's fucking up earlier, but a refresh literally fixed it, so maybe in the future.
I also didn't draw as many lines, though. I generally depicted things
Sure.
really simply.
That's also very true. Yeah, good point.
I was
I
like, this
kinda-
is a wall.
I
This
kind
is
of wish
a
my
ledge.
brain would function like that for this. I'm like actively sweating, like, and not to Afterglow's discredit, but like it served a fine purpose, the simple lines, but I'm like, I can't just do, that's nothing. It'll look like nothing. I'm like doing this obsessively.
This is the ledge. This is the edge.
Whereas my worlds are all straight lines and shit.
Yeah, I'm all mixed
This is-
up.
Yeah.
You guys emerge. And you behold. It's difficult to crane your neck up enough to regard the tiers. They are kind of, given their land mass, given that they're perched atop raises in the ground, atop large plateaus. They rise even higher than some spires, which are visible from almost anywhere on the continent or country. So, it's an impressive feat of building. And you see the drawbridge ahead of you, and you do see people still rushing across the drawbridge into the open gate of the tiers.
Is there visible chains like leading from one end to the drawbridge to the other, like down here, where we could access them realistically? Yeah. Okay, cool. Gonna put these ice mages to work. How does it look? Do you want basic cursory like notices and investigates to see what the forces look like out?
Yeah, notices. Unless you all take a moment to survey, it can be an investigate.
I'm terrible at that, but I'll do a notice. God, Preston.
It's okay.
Jesus.
I've got you.
I can see hundreds of them.
Wow.
What the fuck?
All right.
+4, maybe.
New lady.
Damn.
Don't take my job, please.
Sean just like
Yeah,
walks
man,
by
they-
a slot machine and kind of half-heartedly pulls it and just dumps.
Yeah.
Hello.
Declan. Very
Fucking
good.
quarters dump into his lap.
Yeah.
I don't even take them.
Yeah, he
I was gonna say I don't think he
leaves them
sticks
on the
around to
floor.
get him. He just pulls the lever and walks away.
Yeah.
Someone
Doesn't
else.
even- yeah. Someone else has to clean it up.
Yeah, let me just then splay all the rebels all over the goddamn page, since you're so familiar with it. Since you know so much about it.
Ezrin's third eye opens up and feeds her all the information of all the locations.
I mean,
My ice eye.
no one else can have a third eye.
Ice.
I have a fourth eye.
ISIS.
Oh,
Cassiel didn't use it.
ISIS. We all scream for ISIS.
Ah! Sorry, I'm just laying. So you, fucking
Yeah.
Azrin,
Those are numbers.
do you Do you have any justification why your notice is at +3? What is it about you that observes so well?
Before she slipped into the fucking coma that she was in the blood tank.
She got new glasses.
Yeah.
I mean, she went to the fucking glasses shop. She's like,
I buy
"Oh, fucking
direct."
eyes suck."
Just one of the many reasons eyes love lens crafters.
Basically, before she went into coma, she was to observe, and kind of that's pretty much all she did for about 2 weeks until she went under. She's also paranoid, so.
Gotcha.
That helps.
So you immediately prove your worth as you kind of step out, and eyes immediately adjusting. You see these black armored men hidden in the shadows, and many rebels stationed on high. They appear to be watching over as they shepherd citizens into past the bridge and into the wall, and it looks like they're maybe 2/3 through what was locally living in this village. Looks like your journey in the sewers gave them a bit of time to get out ahead. All right, you guys have some forgiven in tow. You have all your forgiven numbers. And all right, Canera.
Yeah.
You also see these black armored men. I'll give Sean something extra, but roll me a lore on them.
Can do. No modifiers, right?
No. What to do with a -1? Even with a low challenge, that's so hard to
It
make.
depends on what you think I'd know baseline.
They
Ah,
You have no idea what to do with this information. They look like the illustrations of the Hounds of War.
whoa.
Who do they look like they're fighting?
They're not fighting anyone. They're poised
Oh.
and awaiting you. They have swords pointed forth. They have weapons drawn, shields bared.
Do they see us?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, the Blackened Brigade, says Preston.
Does he actually? I can let others roll lore on it if you guys point them out.
Say, so all really Canara knows is that they resemble the Hounds of War.
Yeah.
She'll look over at Preston and say, they're more akin to Hounds of War.
You idiot.
He says, I'm very familiar. We should do our best.
I have the empathy, this man.
Oops.
Well, it's not private, is it?
I pressed cancel. I don't know why that happened.
The
That doesn't make sense.
No. Weird thing is, he rolled the exact same
Yes, I
thing
did.
privately. That is
I rolled-
fucked.
Yeah.
That's for it.
Fate knew what it wanted you to roll, so.
So Canara believes you made a blunder, but has to believe, to some extent, that you know about the Hounds of War.
Azrin will stop anyone who's like peering towards the already noticed soldiers and kind of point in a direction and just kind of announce, I think their leader is among them.
Everyone's like, who's this bitch?
You point them to the back, way back here. Something only you have caught, and it's like moving between barricades. Once you guys see it, you can just barely track it. It's this silhouette seems to be bouncing up and down, like moving very fast through the back lines.
Yeah, oh my fucking god. Yes!
You hear
No.
hoofbeats approaching.
What?
As
Hebron.
Is this a remix?
Is he
It's a different because he's different now.
What the
I did
fuck?
this.
As you see this man ride across the bridge,
Whoa.
stomping into view, just covered head to toe in leathers and armor, blackened. He is riding a massive boar.
What the
he
fuck?
he swings a rigid, worn, fucking beaten to hell halberd around his head and says, "Exosans! You have abandoned the true ways of the hounds, but the old dogs remain. I am Broken Tooth, and I will show you our might." And he aims the halberd at y'all.
Get back in.
And everybody clapped at the cameo.
Everybody get back in the hole.
Oh, yeah.
Or was like, what happened to Koresh?
And that's when it clicks for
I
you.
don't want to talk about it.
They don't age like we do.
That's when
Koresh died a natural death, and I buried him in a
On
big
top of Hebron's
brain.
corpse.
Broken Back comes in and he's like, and me too!
It was very sad.
What would be fucking metal as if he was wearing a skull on his head that's like
Oh,
humanoid.
man.
Oh.
Oh,
Wearing what?
Oh.
If he was like wearing fucking human skull.
God.
I thought even Koresh's antlers.
Yeah.
It's like
Koresh's
Koresh's skull, like with his antlers, but holy shit, Karash's.
man, Tusk, you're old now, huh?
Oh, man,
He sounds
Tusk.
he sounds extremely withered, or
No.
weathered, I suppose. Withered would indicate that he's not of such a
Just
huge
prime.
body mass. And I'm
Dark
aware
as
that
boss
I'm
now.
aware this different version sounds slightly like shit, and that's intended.
No, I did this actually. I'm gonna, in all jokes aside, you gotta link this to me.
All right. He swings the halberd in a wide sweep, and blades of grass cut up and spread into the air as the old dogs converge around him. And Canara, then it clicks for you, and you, Preston, as a member of the North. The old dogs were formed by a general who, you could remember his name if you rolled well enough on lore, but this sort of dejected man, General Tusk was his name, Preston.
Alright.
Ooh.
Alright, continue.
He formed this mercenary band of many sort of disgraced and left behind hounds of war who were disgruntled. I don't think a 2 is enough.
Okay. I just know of the legend.
Yeah. And they formed a mercenary band, weirdly, operating out of Terra.
Huh.
Mostly, which is why the Forgiven seem to know them. And, shit. And so, they're very high-quality warriors. They're lower in number than some of the shittier mercenary bands, but they're absolutely worth the price. And appears that the rebels have paid that price and offered to cart them down here a la carte.
Huh.
And we're not gonna have time to get to combat, but we can get a turn order started, so we just have it for next time.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Wow.
Holy-
That's
what the
regular
f-
human form too.
And all honestly, Amelie is rolling so fucking in most
Yeah,
of
She's
tonight.
not.
Earlier, she was doing so good. Are you kidding me?
Okay, earlier, yeah. Jesus Christ, she took a dip though. I'm happy to see a 5 off of a 2.
We've got Tusk and then people with guns.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I assume they're more of like an arrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're
Actually-
both.
I mean, they do have guns in the South.
Yeah, they have guns in the south. Yeah, they have guns.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Muskets.
Is it like a hodgepodge of different like looking people, or do they all generally follow the
It
hound's
is a
war
hodgepodge.
usage?
Or wait, you mean the old dogs?
Yeah.
They are kind of a hodgepodge, but they seem to have a uniform. Largely black armor. Covered head to toe generally. They're usually heavily armored.
Is Tusk a little bit more like old school
Yes.
comparatively?
He looks
Okay,
different.
So just because he's so fucking old at this point.
No.
Dad,
Anyway, his name's not Tusk. He was introduced to you as Broken Tooth.
he's broken tooth.
I'm gonna shout. Is that you, Tusk?
General fucking Tusk, is that you?
My man.
General Goddamn Tusk.
Jesus.
And he's gonna swing the halberd around and stick it in the grass as sort of a challenge issued forth, and he'll do the Bruce Lee, like bringing the hand in and say, "Try and pierce this bulwark. You won't make it past the bridge." And as his soldiers form up in a very clean formation around him, and rebels take post and start heading behind the bridges, says, "I'll show you just what I showed the Espers 100 years ago."
Man.
That's it.
Damn. Can't believe his fight's at probably a +1 though.
He is decrepit with age.
He is just like he's not the main boss here. Like we all want him to be, but he's gonna go down.
He's not doing okay.
He's not alright. Man.
I don't want to kill Tusk.
Why not?
It's so selfishly in my own interest, but like,
I mean, we definitely should. He's terrible narratively. We should get rid of him, but I don't want him to die.
he's fine. He's a good guy.
It's actually
Genocider,
he's
which is what we called him,
He's a gentle heart.
But don't worry.
and a steady fist.
Oh no.
Oh shit!
Why it was me the whole time.
This appears very troublesome, doesn't it, Ira?
Oh hello! What was my
Ira.
voice again? I don't remember what I
I
did.
don't remember.
June, what do you think's going on down there? As the flip moves past.
That's right. We got all the worst voices back for a grand special. Hey, don't start the smash without me, kid.
For a
Jenks
Christmas
gets to the
episode.
bottom of this one.